Hi, well, welcome to week 5B. Wanted to go through that with you so that you had heads up on what's happening. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Okay, so week 5B, July 3rd through 6th. So we have obviously the discussion board. Once again, I'll show you that. And then the topics are Galatians, Ephesians, and Philippians. And then you want to read Galatians 6, 7 through 8 for the discussion question. Do you believe that the choices that you make today affect your life in the future? Do you think some people mock God by willfully setting aside God's word? Do you think some people mock God by willfully setting aside God's word? So that's an important question. Whatever you have to say on that, I'm very interested to hear it. So that's a discussion question. There will probably be another option as well, but that's the general gist here. And then the reading is Encountering the New Testament, chapters 19 to 20, pages 279 to 299. And then in the New Testament, Galatians, Ephesians, and Philippians. So Encountering the New Testament, chapters 19 to 20, pages 279 to 299. And in the New Testament, Galatians, Ephesians, and Philippians. And then there's Reading Quiz 10 this week. And then um, we can also look at the discussion board and all that stuff. So that's the gist there. So let's go ahead and share the screen. And once again, share it and look here. So week 5B discussion board is due Saturday, July 5th at 11:59. Please make your personal response a minimum of 150 words, all of that. Just to be clear, it's 1 point off, minus 1 point for every day that a post is late. Be sure that your responses are completed by Saturday. Okay, so then option one is what I already read, and there's a little bit more. Do you think some people mock God by simply making their own decisions and thus ignore God's word because times have changed? Do you think that if we follow God's ways, a person will be blessed? Do you agree that if a person simply follows their own immoral pleasures, that they reap judgment in their lives? Um, and so the beginning is the same as what I read before. Um, do you believe that the choices that you make today affect your life in the future? Once you read Galatians 6, 7 to 8. And then option two down here is describe and discuss what is known about the region of Galatia and or about the churches in Galatia that Paul and Barnabas planted. So you can write about what we know about Galatia as a region and then the churches there that Paul and Barnabas started on their missionary journey. So there is that. You have the reading guide and you have the reading quiz. Um, Make sure you take the quiz with your reading guide in hand. You'll do better if you do. Um, it's opened Monday, June 30th at midnight and closes Sunday, July 6th at 11:59. And then 2 attempts. It's graded on the first attempt. The grade to pass is a 6 out of 10. So not anything too different or too crazy that would be out of the ordinary here. Just wanted to make sure that I'm being upfront with you. And then you have all your lecture notes. So you have that, you have the reading guide for the lectures, all of that. And then we looked at the discussion board. And this is just another lecture here, PowerPoint you can download. So that's week 5B. if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask and we'll get it figured out. And with that, that's about all I have for now. Thanks again.